Welcome back to the channel. Here's a quick video on the top things I think you need to do to your bike to make it a sick bike. It is hot outside, I'm inside, I've got the aircon on, let's get into it. We've got some grips going on, we've got some new pedals, we've got a mudguard, some sweet new fat tyres, and a sweet new dropper post. First thing to go on the bike is some new pedals. These make a huge difference. They're just some cheap plastic ones. I picked them up for about $25 online. Let's get them on.
Upgrading these to something with a larger platform for your feet to stand on will drastically reduce the chance of them slipping off. Getting a pedal with replaceable studs is a good idea if you're striking a lot of rocks out on those trails. Smashing on a mudguard is the perfect winter upgrade. Stopping the mud, dirt, water, everything from splashing up on your face makes for a much better riding experience. They also help reduce the amount of gunk getting into your front suspension seals, which might save you a bit of money in the future. Personally, I prefer a chunky grip to hang on to. It just makes it feel like you're more in control of the bike. There is nothing more scary than your hands slipping off when you're descending.
Rollers, got a sweet deal on them. Thought why not? Just chuck them on this beast. So this tyre here is tubeless ready, but unfortunately these rims are not tubeless ready. They're actually using the big fat valves. So we've got some grommets, we're gonna convert it over to a Presta valve. It's gonna be way easier to pump these up and all that. I'm gonna try some YouTube magic. Didn't work. Bugger. So if you've never changed a tyre before, I'm going to quickly whip through this one. Get yourself one of these handy little doodads. Has a tyre lever, something to let you tie down with, and I don't know what that's for, but you know, maybe we'll figure it out. We'll let out all the pressure in this tyre. Whew, that stinks. Sometimes these tyres get stuck on the wheels, the rims, so let's give it a little bit of a crack first, just to get it started. Get your little doodad, shove her in there, pull it over there, run her around, and you're good to go. And there we have it. Easy. I'm gonna hang on to this old inner tube because I have a big plan for this, and this is definitely one of the best free upgrades you can do to any bike that does not already have a chainstay silencer. Set that to one side, bin that one, get that on there. So in order to go from this style valve to one of these Presta valves, you're gonna need to get yourself one of these tasty little grommets. Just like that. That stops that valve rattling around inside that hole because it's too big. Now, one thing to make sure of is you get this tread pattern rolling the correct way. So I know that my front wheel disc brake is this side. The wheel's going to roll that way. I need this tyre like that. I don't know if there's a better way of doing this, but this is the way I found. I put one side on first, shove the tube in there, pop that in there, pump it up. One thing to make sure of is you line up your logo with your valve, because it looks sick. Just like that. You could go the Maxxis logo to there, or you can go this bit. Let's go the Maxxis logo. I think that's gonna look cool. We need to get that right smack in the middle of that logo for OCD purposes. Hell yeah. Once you get it to this point, I like to chuck a little bit of air in. I find it just makes it that little bit easier, to be honest. Then you're not fighting a soggy tube. Should we go ahead, pop this bead back over, make sure there's no kinks in this tube or it's twisted. Alright, we're at the point now where it's starting to get a bit tight. It's when you get this little doodad. Make sure that lip clips into there. And then it's just a simple lever on. Oh look, there is a rotation mark. Hey! And we've got it correct. Pump this bad boy up. And that is how you do that. How much better is that looking already? So that old tube, this one, we're gonna cut this up. We're gonna wrap that around here. Stop that chain slap. That is so noisy out in the trails, especially with these lower budget derailleurs. They just don't have the spring power like the more expensive ones do. So we're gonna fix that. Well, not completely fix it, but we're gonna make it 100% better. Let's get this off. All you need for this silencing is a pair of scissors, an old tube, and we'll just cut that. Get rid of that, whittle on that. This is super easy. Just cut down one of these lines all the way down the tube. and then we're good to go. Alright, once we've cut all that in half, we're just going to clean up this because it's got shit all over it, and we'll be good to whack that on. This has to be my favourite cheap mod of all. This is the coolest thing you can do to your bike, is silence it. It makes the ride so much nicer. Just makes the bike feel more solid. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what it is, but to me, it's definitely a game changer. Alright, once we've got the first wrap done, I like to get a bit of a cable tie, smash that around there. That'll just hold that on while you wrap the rest of it, and you can get that nice and tweaked. You can be pretty generous with the rubber and how many laps you do. A full tube will get you quite a decent amount of rubber on there. I like to go a little bit fatter across this middle section because that's where you get most of your chain slack from. You can hear that already 10 times better. Another neat little trick, get yourself your scissors back again and then cut this on an angle that way, so then when we finish the wrapping we get a nice tidy end up here, just like you would on a sports racket when you're re-gripping it. Doesn't have to be perfect, that's good enough. Pull that nice and tight again. Tension that up. And we're done. Grab yourself a cable tie. Smash that around while keeping the tension on, if you can. Snip off these bad boys. We can get rid of this one now that we've done that. That'll just hold itself on if you've done it correctly. Silence chain. Listen to that, how good is that? That'll make your life out in the trail so much better, and that is a free mod. Take you 5 minutes. If you don't have a bike stand, just whip the bike upside down on its seat and get that done. You won't have dog hair in yours, hopefully. Got this KS suspension, 125mm dropper, has an external routing here because we can't do the internal one due to this frame. There's no holes, and I'm not going to drill any holes in this because this frame is still under warranty. So what we're going to do is this bit is going to sit outside of this collar here. I'm going to whip this seat off, keep that. That's going back onto here. And we've got this specialized, special doobie, special thingy that does things, that does stuff with this and makes it good. First up, we're going to get rid of this, undo that. If you have a Allen key, undo that, pull that out. Since we're getting rid of this dropper pole, we're already getting rid of this, so that's awesome. We're going to take this off first, undo that bolt onto there, get this seat out of this dropper post. This can go in the bin. So we take this off there. Going to give this whole thing a bit of a clean. As you can see, it's a bit gross. It's a bit gross down in there. So if you had a internally cable routed dropper post, you would have a hole down there. Since we don't have one, we're just going to have to go on the outside of this beast and up to the front. A few things to consider when buying a dropper post is, first of all, the width of this down tube, how big that inner diameter is. They come in different sizes. This one's a 30.9. You need to make sure that you've got enough space in your down tube to fit this gas cylinder. And then for a measurement on how far you can put a dropper in, your original seat height plus this collar, which I think is about 35 mil. So from there we need to go 35 mil, and then that space there between what will be that collar and to where your seat normally sits, that will be your maximum dropper that you need. So for instance, if your seat's here and you ordered a 175mm dropper, it's going to go up to here, and that's no good because you want to be at full extension at that right seat height. So you would take that measurement, go, okay, I can fit 100mm in there, that's the ultimate dropper for me. If you go anything bigger, when you stand up and you hit that lever, that's just going to shoot it right up into your groin. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So you need to make sure you've got that space right before you order one of these bad boys.
This is the most expensive modification on my list, but in my opinion, it is by far the ultimate. Being able to move the seat out of the way quickly when descending is an absolute game changer. This is why you'll see most modern bikes come fitted with a dropper post.
good does this weapon look now? Ready for some shreddage. I know Winston definitely approves. I approve. I hope you liked this video. I hope this helped you out, and if you leave a like, maybe hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.